Chapter 1138 of One Piece has probably broken records for the best chapter that's ever dropped in One Piece history. By that history, I mean that literally. This chapter was literally history. The lore we got in this chapter, that shit was literally the history of One Piece with the lore that we got. And if you're like me, who's a little bit slow when it comes to these things, I don't mean like mentally slow. I just mean like, you know, people be like,
oh my gosh, like this happened and that happened and that connects to this connects to that, this, that, and the third. And you're like, yo, my man, yo, slow down. Like, let me process that shit first.
This video is for you. So today we are going to be talking chapter 1138 explained. And also everything you missed. But yeah, if you're new to the page, make sure you like and follow me on Twitter, join the Discord. And yeah, let's get into chapter 1138. So let's start this from the very beginning, starting with Loki, because I'm not gonna lie, his current situation that he's in right now, it's not looking like he's gonna get out of this either like super unscathed or like just alive in general. So he's caught on to the fact that Shamrock looks like Shanks, and he's like, oh my gosh, like, are you red hair? Like, you look just like him, and this, that, and the third. And then Shamrock, he's just like, bro, like that shit don't even matter, bro. Like, you're about to die. Like, I'm about to, you know, with my sword out, and you know, you're gonna die. And the Shamrock will go on to confirm that Shanks is actually his little brother and that they were separated at one point. And Shanks did in fact at one point go back to Marie's Wa, but he didn't end up staying there. He went down and still became a pirate. After we see the aftermath of what Shankles and Gunko did to the other fighter giants, we see Loki get frustrated, and he even made a threat to them saying that, yo, once I get out these chains, like, you know, that ass is mine. Like, y'all are cooked. And hey, Shamrock, he took that personal. He whips out his sword. He goes, oh, was that a threat? Serbius. And then out pops 3 big-headed dogs outside of what I'm pretty sure is his supreme grade sword. Yes, Shamrock's sword ate a devil fruit, or
ingested it, or inhaled, or fucking
what's the, bro, I'm brain dead. What's the word I'm looking for? Fused with the devil fruit? Yeah, I don't know. His fucking sword somehow infused with the devil fruit, and now it's a Serbius. And like, obviously I know that, like, yes, like, you know, devil fruits have the ability to, zone specific devil fruits have the ability to take on inanimate objects, but it's just like,
it's anime logic, but it's just like, how the fuck is a sword? It's so weird, but it's One Piece. Sword's just gonna go with it. Yes, his sword is a Serbius.
And you can only imagine what this shit did to Loki. I mean, like, the panels speak for itself. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, he's cooked. Now, honestly, who am I kidding? Loki, he's probably not gonna die. He's a big ass giant. He's probably just got stamina for days. But I mean, a hit like that, he's gonna need Dr. Chopper to come and fix him up, because like, boy, that is a big gash. And this was yet another theory that ended up getting debunked, and it was specifically one about Blackbeard. And I actually had to go back and do some research on this, because I didn't know. With people saying that they think that Blackbeard has like 3 different personalities and he's like 3 different people in one, they were thinking that he had like the Serbius fruit, and that one of his, like, you know, he already has the Yami Yami no Mi, Goru Goru no Mi, the dark fruit, and then obviously Whitebeard's fruit. And then the third one that they thought that he had was a Serbius fruit. It's obviously been debunked. That fruit belongs to Shank's sword, or Shamrock's sword. So yeah. So after Shamrock delivered that basically killing blow to Loki, which was probably not a killing blow, it'd probably be all right from that, him and Gunko end up heading out. And while they're talking, Shamrock is like, yo, like, you know, it's gonna take a little bit more for us to, you know, capture Elbaf, because, you know, these giants, and Loki giving us a problem. Gunko's like, bet. Who do I call? And a lot of people skip past this. A lot of people in the community, they did not say anything about this. Gunko said, who shall I call? Meaning that somebody else who is either a top tier Holy Knight or somebody that's going to be relative in the verse in terms of like everyone on Elbaf is coming to Elbaf. And assuming that they can just like call somebody, and assuming that they're going to be there like that, I'm assuming that they have that same power that him or Gunko and Shamrock have.
Meaning that they have the powers of the Gorosei, that like teleportation, whatever you want to call it, that ability.
So they're not going to be fodder by any means necessary. So if you want to go over just everybody that's all the top tiers that are on Egghead right now, you've got Luffy, Loki, Zoro, Gunko, Shamrock. I guess you could, I'm not throwing Sanji up there. Fuck it, we'll throw Sanji up there. Yeah, I think that's actually about it. And then we have a mysterious third person showing up as well. Now, just a little bit of side shit. Some of the giant guards that got mopped up by Shamrock and Gunko were obviously relaying the information to Luffy and Nami as they were walking through the castle to actually go to Loki. And they were saying like, oh yeah, red hair Shanks, he was here. Then Luffy instantly was like, hell no, man, Shanks, that's my dog, bro. Like, he literally was like, bro, Shanks is such a chill guy. Like, he's really just a chill dude. Like, he wouldn't do that, bro. And like, they literally went with that though. Like, they weren't like questioning too much. Like, they all believe Luffy. They was like, okay, yeah, all right, it's not Shanks, so it's like probably his twin brother or something. Like, they were like low-key guessing that, and were like low-key right about it. But nah, it just had me dead though, because Luffy was like, yo, like Shanks, like he's He's just a chill guy, bro. Like, that's Shanks. That's my dog. Like, then we cut to Frankie and the giant lady as they're walking around the big ass tree. And she's showing Frankie this mural that she said that kids from Elbath would like draw on. She would like play them up as like they were just little like doodles, and like it was just in their culture that like these kids would like, they would just draw these things. And she was basically referring to these sketches as just as like some kid's dream. But like Frankie's face, he was like, nah, bro, like we have to tell Robin, like this was from 800 and 900 years ago. Like that was a voice entry. Like Robin, she needs to hear about this. And then we see this mural, and bro, this mural literally tells the story of One Piece from the like a very big piece of the voice entry from the past, and exactly how the story is going to go in the future, basically telling us how the final fight's gonna be. And this was the end of the chapter, and I'm literally going to just explain that last mural. Essentially, what this mural was basically a prophecy and telling the stories from like the 2 previous worlds, which that's what it was called in the mural, but it was basically the past. So there was the first world, the second world, and the third world. And then the text, they were written in poems. So this was what the first world said. The earth burned in endless flame, and in the hearts of men burned with desire. From whispered prayers, the sun god rose, beckoned by the enslaved who reached for the forbidden star. The god of the land was enraged. With a serpent of fire, they cast the world into ruin. Darkness fell, death reigned, they would not meet again. And under that, we see the pictures that were being drawn by the kids. We see pictures of the mother flame factory that the slaves were working on. We see a picture of the serpent, 20 individual people, which were probably the 20 families that were like, you know, in Marie Joie, like giving that power to to the Eam of that time. And we'll get into that in a second. We see Junisha, we see the Noah, we see the Maximus, the moon, we see all these different things. And everything under like those words of that poem were in line with what the poem was saying. For example, when it said the god of the land was enraged with a serpent of fire, that serpent was what was drawn in the picture, and that serpent is referring to the red line that separated the world. So you know how like the red line and everything separated, that's what that was referring to. That's why they're saying they would never meet again, because the serpent is what separated everybody. Another piece of it, when they were saying, from whispered prayers the sun god rose, beckoned by the enslaved who reached for the forbidden star, the god of the land was enraged. So the sun god that they're referring to is the sun god of that time, not Joy Boy, not Nika, but specifically the sun god of that time, the first world. And in that first world, that sun god was defeated by Eam. That's again why they're saying they would never meet again. Now on to the second world. A breath stirred in the abyss. The god of the forest wove their magic, nurturing its devils. While the sun lit the embers of war, those of the half crescent and full moons dreamed, yet the ones who slew the sun defied themselves, evoking the wrath of the sea god. They would never meet again. Now this world was basically talking about, again, yet another world that was still ruled by Eam, but still ended up getting destroyed by Eam. And this world in particular, this was the world of Joy Boy. And we know this because when it says the god of the forest wove their magic, nurturing its devils, it's not talking about like devils as in like demons or something like that. It's referring to devil fruits. The god of the tree, or the god of the forest, excuse me. The god of the forest wove their magic, nurturing its devils. And also when it says those half moon crescent people dreamed and the full moon people dreamed, half moon crescent people are the members of the D clan that were dreaming. Full moon people are the people who came from Earth. The winged people, low-key, it's probably the Lunarians. And I think this, one, because Lunarians, it just sounds like it's not from this planet. Like Lunarians, like, come on, bro. That sounds like it's from outer space. And then as well, when it says, yet the ones who slew the sun defied themselves, evoking the wrath of the sea god. The sea god didn't like this, so that's why she hates devil fruit users. He or she, I should say, doesn't like devil fruit users, and why devil fruit users cannot swim in the water. And again, this was when Joy Boy, like, you know, the Nika fruit was created, and that's what made the Joy Boy fruit, was because of the god of the forest and the Half Moon Crescent people dreaming of liberation, and their dreams are what brought the Nika fruit and many, many, many other fruits. And then the last and final third world, and this is the world of the present. Chaos reigns, the world drifts in a void, yet the days do not erase the memory of the promised day. Its shadows looms as the voice of the half moon echoes through the ages, and once more the sun god shall rise, laughing, dancing, guiding the world to its final act. The sun is reborn, a new dawn will break. Surely this time they will meet. And then under this picture, we see what appears to be the sun god Nika, aka Luffy, the ancient giant Emeth, what appears to be Laboon, and some people riding him. We see the Lunarians, we see the Tantata, we see a mermaid carrying a pitchfork, which is probably Shirahoshi in this. We see more giants, we see fishman people, we see even pirates. We see, that's basically Nika's force. And then on Eam's side, he is holding what I'm assuming is the Mother Flame, and then obviously the Holy Knights that are like under him, who had like the, what appears to have the helmets on, is basically probably his Holy Knights. Oh my gosh, I forgot the Minks on Nika's side too, the Minks as well. And that's, I know I said that was the present, but that's also not just like this present. That was also kind of a part of the second world when like Joy Boy was first having this fight, when he first had like everybody. We know that Emmett fought with Joy Boy at one point, and I'm pretty sure in like a long period of time, like those generations of the Giants, those generations of the Tontata, those generations of like the Fishman people, all of them fought with Joy Boy at one point, lost, but they still fought with him, which like is so crazy to think about, because like really think about this, bro. Joy Boy basically had like the God Squad that he was with. He basically assembled that entire force to fight Eam and still lost. And you know what's crazy too? Roger saw all of this and he was like, oh, hell no, Joy Boy got it. But that's really not how it went. He literally said that, oh, Joy Boy, I wish I could have been born in your era to fight alongside of you. That, this, that, and the third. So he's not really a fraud, but like, like I can only imagine like him seeing that. He's just like, damn, like you had all those people and you still lost? Like, yeah, that's basically what that third panel's predicting, which is a part 2 of that war with Luffy. But this time he's gonna actually win. And with that, that is everything you need to know about chapter 1138 of One Piece and everything you might have missed. That was a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a reader. It only comes to manga when I actually read something. But like that last panel, boy, man, that threw me for a loop, let me tell you. But let me know what you guys thought about this chapter. Let me know what theories you guys might have, anything I might have missed. Because trust me, I was up all night reading this chapter, reading up on lore, brushing up on my One Piece knowledge. So let me know what you guys think. And also make sure you guys please do like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Discord, Twitter, Twitch, everything. The link is in my bio. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one.